getting dicey.
Yeah, it was just the whole idea of Master's Tomb, right? That was the.
Yeah, because we got the clue he lurks in a hall of bones. So I think we're like, oh, a tomb is like a hall of bones. But then the DM made noises that were like, oh, I didn't expect you to go there. And we're like, oh, we definitely followed the clue to the wrong place.
I was
Whoops.
like, oh, if only you guys had been in a literal room filled head to toe in bones. But
But I don't. We didn't want to go to where. I want to know where he's gonna.
that's
escape
great.
to.
Well, in that case,
That's what he wants us to think.
yeah. In that case, you guys might be one step ahead.
Getting the
Not
jump
getting
on him.
nosy.
Yeah. Baron, you were the last to. No, you were the first to jump in, weren't you? Or oh no,
Morley
I think
was.
Morley was. We'll go from.
He looked very
Yeah,
cool.
Morley-
Did you forget how cool he
Yes.
looked?
I had forgotten because
He was immaculate.
Did a backflip
Don't know why I
into
bother.
the.
I shot that arrow off that massive colossus and it pinged off impotently, and then I dropped into the flame and went.
That's
gone.
right.
Yeah, and I could tell by the look on his face, he wasn't like shocked that his arrow didn't do much. He was like, see, I can do both, but I didn't even expect that to do anything, but it looked cool. Anyway, bye. That was the vibe I got from his expression. I think Irina picked up on that too and was quite impressed.
Irina definitely did. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That's exactly what I wanted everyone to think. So perfect.
Yeah. She was jealous of how cool you did it, actually, but also very inspired and proud of her fiance doing such an amazing move.
Fiance,
Emotions.
keep forgetting about that.
He's like, oh, I don't like the sound of that.
That's how we knew it was an important moment, Adam.
Well, he's like, it's time to run away.
When she tells you she's pregnant.
Brigand?
Morley, the moment you touched that flame, everything went yellow to match that brilliant yellow flame that you were leaping into, and you find your feet land on sort of dirt, a layer of dirt, and the yellowness sort of fades away, and you find yourself in a dark room, and it takes you a little moment for your dark vision, to sort of clear that all up. You can see directly in front of you some marble steps ascending up to a portcullis that is closed. In this room, the essence of evil like, is permeating the very air that you're now breathing, and the smell of freshly turned earth is here as well. Settled into the dirt on the floor behind you is a shining black coffin of finely waxed wood. The coffin's fittings brilliant brass, but the lid is closed. Just beyond that coffin, there are 3 gloomy alcoves, and just next to you, just at the base of the stairs going up, an iron lever protrudes from the wall.
A lever?
And then one by one, the others start appearing all around you. And you are all seeing this exact scene as well, except for Irina and the Baron, who have been thrown into this dark room without any way to see.
I'm going to grab Irina close. I gotcha.
It's me.
Oh, sorry.
You can
no.
see. I can't see. Wait,
That's true. That's true.
the fuck are we?
Can I see?
Yeah, you can. Let's put you onto the map. Actually,
I wanted to ask if I could see any kind of lightable objects, like a brazier or lamp of some kind.
no. There's nothing in this room that could be lit.
I don't know about that.
Petrina looks over to you, Barrett, although you can't really see her. You notice where her voice is coming from. And she said, "Brian, really running away that fast? I was hoping to see how powerful you were."
Oh. See the size of those things? Pretty scary. Look, I had a good breakfast. Where are you?
And she just puts out her hand. She's just to your side, and she's. I'm right
Hello?
here, Brian. And she sort of offers her hand to you.
You see?
Yes,
Dark.
of course I can see. I'm an elf.
Wow, he's landed the charm on that. He must be well impressed.
Don't
I
worry.
can't see in here. Whiny little bitch.
Don't worry, Baron. I'll
know what I
guide
mean.
you. And she holds on to your hand.
Is it clammy?
Yours
warm?
probably is.
Mine's clammy, definitely.
Yeah.
There is clammy.
I'm just gonna lean over to Baron and just whisper in his ear. Baron and Patricia. Patrina. Oh, I just wrote it.
Oh, you made it better.
Baron and Patrina
That's
in
amazing.
the ossuary. Holding hands. I don't know. I thought they said the wrong way.
Touching knees. Well,
Touching knees.
hey, are we in the ossuary, guys?
Oh, Brian, what have I told you about an ossuary? It's full of bones. Do you see bones here? I see this massive fucking coffin on the ground. How wide are this guy's shoulders?
Bill just said ossuary. So, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
It rhymed. We're not actually in an ossuary.
Bard's gonna bard, I guess.
Well, hold on.
Rhymes
I'm
with
just going to
Patricia.
cast.
Called creative
spell.
license, alright?
You've put me off.
Put me off my struck.
Yes. Just holding hands here, and I'm going to cast Dark Vision.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I should be able to see in black and white in this sort of.
Can you see now? You might have to zoom out.
See
to
the whole
find-
time.
Oh. Okay. You shouldn't have. You should. Be, can you all? Have you all
It's the
been?
skeletons?
Can you see like the whole map, or are you just looking at like the one little area?
It's this room, although there's
Oh, it's
something
the
in the top left.
skeletons. Right. Gotcha.
Just a room.
So you cast that spell and your vision comes back to you and you're sort of taking in what everyone else is taking in, and you too can smell that sort of earthy smell, almost like something's been freshly dug in this area. And as you're looking around, you're now noticing over to the eastern wall, and you're all hearing it now, is these hands reaching up out of the ground. And one by one, you see three women dressed in these soiled gowns and wearing dirt-encrusted jewelry slowly making their way up out of the ground.
Woman, did you say? You cut
Yeah.
out here a little bit.
Yeah, women. Three of them. And Patrina looks to you and says, "Oh, this is interesting." And they're sort of taking their time getting the dirt off them and getting into a sort of slowly. It's taking them a while to get up into a standing position, but you can see that they've got sharp teeth, and they've got these disgusting dirt-filled claws or nails on the end of their hands. And she says, "Well, I recognize Ludmilla and Anastasia, but the younger one there does not seem familiar to me at all."
Who are they, Patrina?
Trisha.
And just as she goes to answer, the three of them just charge the group. She says, "They're Strahd's brides." And,
Gotta say hello.
well, there's not too much of a chance to do that, as I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative.
Strahd's brides. This guy can't get enough, can he? He's awful.
It's a real
Awful
horn
man.
dog.
Yeah, he really is. He is a woman.
I rolled an 18. 14 plus 4.
Okay.
And I clicked my token.
Honestly, that's the most impressive part of it.
I've rolled a 6 plus 3 for 9.
15 for Morley.
Old for frog version again.
No, we'll just use the normal versions.
Right, boss man.
14.
We did it.
That's-
We all clicked our tokens.
Let's just roll for Patrina. It's very spooky music there. Patrina and Irina as well. Irina at the moment still unable to see, by the way.
I've got her. I'm holding her hand.
Okay, cool. Is that everybody's turn? I think so. Let's put this into descending order. It's at the top of the order is Patrina. What I will say, we need to figure out what's going to be the best way to utilize Patrina at this point in regards to what you are wanting her to do versus me just picking stuff that I think might fit. As she is very much one of an ally at the moment, you know, for you guys.
What? At the moment.
As of right now.
Okay.
As in, like, we've built it to a point where she is now an ally. Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
That is what I meant. That is what I meant.
Doesn't,
Okay, good. That doesn't sound
Doesn't-
suspicious.
So you should all have access. I believe you should all have access to Patrina's.
Okay.
If you double click her token, it should pop up for everyone. Maybe not.
Nope.
Let's have a quick look.
D-
I'll just put it.
Doesn't the Baron have like the ability to make his hat glow or something? What made you do dark vision instead of that? Or if I'm mistaken something along the
Oh, I
way?
used to use the light spell, but then it gave me away if I was trying to sneak around.
That's fair. I think
Everyone else is stealthing.
if Patrina, if this is okay with you guys, is just chucking on like mage armor just to give her a boost to her AC, because at the moment her AC is pretty light at a 12.
Ow.
A wizard.
Is that all good? Or is there something else you
Yes.
guys would like her to do?
Yeah, mage armor's good.
Cool.
15.
Patrina sees
and-
the vampire bride's rushing and quickly casts mage armor on herself, boosting her up to an AC of 15. And she just says, don't go lightly on these women. They will not go lightly on you. And we move over to Bill.
Don't go lightly on them, she says. Okay, I'm going to hold out the holy symbol of Ravenkind,
Okay.
and I'm going to beseech the Morning Lord. Hopefully he answers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to cast the spell Hold Vampires. So as an action, I can expend one charge and present the holy symbol to make it flare with power. Vampires and vampire spawn within 30 feet of the holy symbol must make a DC 15 wisdom save.
Okay.
If they fail, they're paralyzed for 1 minute, and they can try to save again on each of their turns.
First, we'll go from top to bottom. We've got the northernmost of this group rolled a not a nat 20, but they've rolled a 20.
Oof.
The one in the middle has rolled a 15,
Meets beats.
and the lower of the three rolls a 9. So what's the deal? So
It's like Hold Person, but
okay.
Hold Vampire. So I'll put it in chat. But
Yeah, please. And
basically, she's paralyzed, and at the end of her turn, she can try to break it each turn.
okay.
Otherwise,
cool.
it lasts for 10 rounds.
Oh wow. Okay.
She
Nice.
has to fail every time for that to happen.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Pretty unlikely. But
Is there only one of them that is paralyzed?
Yeah,
bottom?
the southernmost, the one the southern side of the room.
I'm just gonna scream, "Halt, foul beasts!" And only one of them halts.
Yeah, great. You pull that out and it just blasts this. Is it light? Is it? Flares
it's
with
like
holy power.
It's like flare of warm holy light.
They all sort of shield their eyes to try and block the flare of light, and two of them sort of bring their hand down, revealing the one that has been held in place by this cast. I will need you to, especially at this part of the campaign, I'm going to need you to really count off your charges for your holy symbol from here on in. How many charges do you get?
10.
All right, 9 left. All right, anything else from Bill?
No, that's it for me.
Morley, over to you.
All right. I always find this a hard rule to grok, but what I want to do is make a move to this this far alcove on the left hand side of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So furthest from them, which is 30 feet.
Okay.
But I wanted to. I'm happy to sacrifice my action to take Irina with me and to like hide us in there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we can just make that. Yeah. We can do that. We can absolutely do that.
Or you could just use her movement.
Yeah.
Her movement.
You want to roll it?
Yeah, we would use her movement if she could see, but because she can't, we need an action to be able to help guide her. So she won't be able to move again once she's there, but she needs the actions of someone to help her get to that position.
Okay.
Cool. Come with me, Irina.
And she's a little freaked out. She's saying, "What's happening? What's happening, Morley?" And one of her hands is sort of out in front of her, trying to find her way as you lead her towards this area.
Cool. Just stay down and be quiet.
Was there something about Strahd's brides?
What did I just say?
Sorry.
All right.
I'm always leaving you down, Morley. I'm sorry.
Have you word such a worthless piece of shit? You've changed.
Okay, anything else from you? You still got a bonus action? Actually, maybe we could even say that was your bonus action to guide Irina.
Really?
Like. Yeah.
What a king this guy is. Amazing. Okay. Fuck, I was not expecting that. All right, well, I'm going to then just try and get a crossbow bolt off to this middle one.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we go. No. 14 to hit.
Let's have a quick look here. That is unfortunately a miss. It just shoots over the shoulder of the middle vampire, the bride, and pings into the stonework behind her. The one that you've just aimed this at looks to be a little younger than the others, a little shorter, and she's wearing this a skull mask with these horns. She's got this tattered red wedding gown on, and this black crimson silk head scarf. Sorry, the platinum mask shaped like a skull. Sorry. And you can see on her fingers as well, it's just a bunch of platinum rings. But yeah, the crossbow bolt just pings over her shoulder. Baron, over to you.
Which one did you try shooting?
That was the one in the middle.
Middle for diddle.
One. Well, okay. Let's all aim for the same one. Pick one.
You always say that, Brian.
I do.
That's so Brian.
If you grapple something, I haven't played D&D much. Why I don't understand grappling. Can they move?
In a grappled state, their speed goes to 0.
Right. Okay.
But you can still attack, right?
Yeah, it's basically it's called grappling, but it's really just using one hand to hold them in place in front of you. That's really all it is.
So they can't. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do an oldie, not a one. Okay, one. Ice knife at level 2. For the middle one.
What did you roll?
25 to hit.
25.
Oh, yep. 25 is a hit.
15 plus 9. So
It's been a while since you've done this one, isn't it? You're like trying to figure out what all the rolls are.
10 piercing damage to the one that got hit in the middle, and then all 3 take 11 cold damage if they fail a dex saving throw.
Well, I assume the one that is frozen isn't going to be making any kind of saving throws.
Yep.
So she'll take that, and the one next to her was a dex saving throw. They're pretty nimble, and with a roll of 18, she manages to just dodge some of the shards that explode from this. So what damage does everyone...
All 3 of them have to roll.
Even the middle one? Okay, we'll roll that one as well.
Sorry, I accidentally rolled a thing while I was clicking clumsily around.
That's all right.
As you do.
The one
ignore
the one that got hit with the ice knife manages to also evade with a roll of 21.
Oh my god.
So the one that is held in place gets 11 cold damage, is that right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay, and the one that got hit with the knife just takes 10 piercing damage.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Anything else from the Baron? By the way, as the ice knife hits the one in the middle, the younger looking one, she just screams out, and you can hear that echoing throughout this tomb and beyond, past the portcullis at the top of the stairs.
Acoustics.
Beautiful acoustics down here.
No wall treatments at all. The skeletons are going to run in. This front one's going to try and grapple.
Okay.
The top one.
Yeah. So give me a strength. Just a standard strength roll.
Right, this is just a d20.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus. 14.
Okay, yeah, that's the one that Petrina pointed out as Ludmilla tries to move out of the way of the skeleton grabbing at her, but she fails and is put into a grappled state.
Now, the next skeleton will try and grapple the one below.
You can? Yep.
Middle.
Okay, give me another strength roll.
15.
Meets beats. She manages to just dodge out of the way as the skeleton tries to grab, so she's in the clear.
Skeleton will attempt the same thing.
Another one.
7.
Versus an 11. She's just sort of just dodging them as they come through.
Another one.
Okay, for the same one again.
Yeah, the middle one.
She's getting
3.
more and more frustrated as these skeletal arms keep reaching out for her, and she screams out in anger and manages to avoid yet another one with a roll of 18.
I don't think any more can fit in there. So the other 2, I'll say, look, protect Patina. And they run up to the east of Patina and the south.
Mm-hmm.
And then they will try and shoot their bow and arrow the middle one. That's what we're shooting for, isn't it?
Okay.
Middle one.
Yeah, give us 2 rolls to hit.
So 20 plus 6. An 18 plus 6 for 24, and a 7 plus 6 for 13.
One of them is a hit, one of them is a miss. Give me a damage roll for the one that hits.
It's only a d6 plus 6, so 9.
9 damage. One of them just sort of thuds into one of her shoulders, and the other just glances past her, just tearing a tear in her already tattered wedding gown.
Sorry about that. That's all from me.
Okay. it is over to the southernmost vampire bride. Now, she is currently frozen in place, so there's not much she can do, but she will give us is it a wisdom saving throw? It is.
Yep.
And she rolls a 17 and manages to finally bring that hand down from that frozen position. And she looks towards Bill with that holy symbol out and bares her teeth and snarls. But that is the end of her turn. The one that is in a grappled state, she's wearing like a very soiled white wedding gown. So it looks like all of them are wearing wedding gowns still for whatever reason. This one is also wearing like a nice golden tiara that is very much scuffed and covered in dirt as well. And her wrists are just adorned with golden bracelets. So it looks like, from what you can see, these brides of Strahd have been treated pretty well, minus the fact that they've been buried under the ground.
Small detail.
Yeah.
Roundabout.
He's like, what do you want from me? I buy you nice things.
So
Classic man.
yeah. So with being in a grappled state, let's have a quick look. Speed becomes 0. They can't get any benefits to that. It doesn't seem like it stops any kind of anything other than speed. So she's going to start just clawing and attacking into the skeleton at her side. First roll is an 8, and the second roll is a 16.
That's got to be it.
An AC
right?
of 13.
Oh, okay. All right. So one of those attacks just connects with one of your skeletons, dealing 9 slashing damage.
Is this the top skeleton you say? Oh, right.
Yeah.
9?
9 slashing damage. That's right. And she's unable to move, so it really is just those attacks with her claws. Just having a quick look if there's anything else there. There isn't. We're moving on to the middle one, the one that Petrina doesn't really know, hasn't met before. Well, doesn't know anyway. And she has taken a bit of damage, of which you start seeing sort of repair in front of your very eyes. The arrow that she took to the shoulder, she just pulls out and it heals over. And she is going to get a little frustrated. She's going to get frustrated and she's going to back off and climb up the wall behind her. So can I get 3 attack of opportunities from your skeletons?
Uh, 9 plus 6?
That's a meets beats. So that's 1 hit.
Another 12 plus 6?
That's another hit.
15 plus 6.
All right, 3 hits. So give us three rolls of damage as well.
2, 3. It's a D6 plus 6 for each of these.
Okay.
6 plus 6, 3 plus 6, and 3 plus 6.
What was it? 6 plus 6, 3 plus 6, and 3 plus 6. So 21, 30 points of damage.
12, 9, 9. Sorry.
Yeah, she screams as these blades like slash across her back as she starts climbing up the wall into the darkness above, and she's now 30 feet up in the top corner of the room.
It was a very high ceiling. I imagined it was low ceiling.
Yeah. Sorry. So the room in here is it's literally a 30-foot high room where you're in at the moment.
It's like triple
Rolling up
stuff.
backwards.
Yeah. Just hissing back at the room as she backs up into the top corner of the room. The American, over to you.
Oh, okay. So I've got one question to start with. So one of them is grappled by a skeleton, right?
Correct.
So does that mean they're occupying the same space technically? Because he is
No,
are being held.
They're in the next square over. So there's the.
Okay.
They're on the boundaries of their 5-foot space that they occupy.
Okay. Right. So let's say if I was to do an area of effect spell, it wouldn't hit the skeleton.
It depends how big that area is, I guess.
Well, yeah. If I had it end on the edge of her space, I just want to make sure it wouldn't hit this.
If there's room to do that, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. I'm seeing that they're resistant to like normal forms of damage, so I'm like, I'm gonna do a spell, even though I don't want to do spells. So I am going to start chanting and bring down a moonbeam on their heads, which I will roll. I'm just going to play it at level 2.
Okay.
Yes. She's going to yell, I don't have time for this! She's going to chant and bring down a silvery moonlight down upon their heads, whoomph, as it hits the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have we got details of what that?
Okay, so it's a silvery beam of pale light in a 5-foot radius, and I'm going to center it so it's not hitting the skeletons. When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, let's get this out on here.
So I guess they don't take any damage yet, because it's not their turn yet.
Yeah, and I assume you want to aim it so it hits both of the 2 remaining, sort of in that spot?
Yeah, I'm going to center it on them.
Okay, cool.
And then I'm going to use the rest of my movement to back off as far away into the corner away from this psycho one that's crawling up the walls. And I'm going to yell out, Ranzan, stop her! And Ranzan's going to puff out and try to with a whip. Now
let's bring Ranzan in.
20 plus 5. What have I rolled? A d20 plus 5. Ooh, he's rolled a 1 plus 5.
Whereabouts did you want Ranzan to spawn? I don't know if you've got control over him there.
I don't. Just the range on it is 30 feet, 30 to 60 feet.
Right.
It can hit her. He's going to spawn next to me. He doesn't want to get in.
Well, she's 30 feet up as well. So.
Oh, well then he's going to spawn as far away as he can to hit her.
All right, we'll put him about there, I guess. I think that would be... Realistically, you'd probably have to be there.
The question is, can he puff away at the end of the turn, or is he stuck there? Because I'm not risking my baby at this juncture.
Well, he can't come and go. He uses a bonus action to either enter or exit the material.
Okay. All right. Well, then he's
still got movement, though.
After he does that, he's going to run 30 feet away.
Yeah, cool. So he's spits the web out and it just splats against the wall next to the younger vampire bride. And she's watching it. She's tracking this and is tracking where he runs. So where is he going to run?
Ranzan's dead, bro. Ranzan's freaking dead. I just know it. Oh well.
Oh well.
Oh well, we had a good round, Ranzan. Funny that. Okay, he's going to run up to 2 squares away from me because that's 30 feet. So he goes scuttling back towards me.
She's tracking Ranzan, and you can see her eyes dart from Ranzan up to you. Anything from American?
I think that's pretty much it.
Oh yeah, you did the moonbeam, of course. Okay, great. It's Irina's turn, and Irina is completely without sight at the moment. She's hearing all of this going on, and she's starting to freak out a little bit. American?
She will see the silvery beam of pale light highlighting those 2 creatures in the room now.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
Take a look out there. Poke your head around the corner.
And she does. She pokes her head around the corner and reaches instinctively for the Is it a crossbow? So I'm just bringing up her character sheet. The short bow on her back, and she just looks to Morley quickly. She can just see the silhouette of you in front of this glow in the background. She sees the quick nod, and she withdraws an arrow and shoots it towards the glow, hoping to hit one of the.
So proud of my
brides.
baby.
Well, you won't be. She missed with a 12.
Oh, just like me. Just like me. Oh my god, I taught it so well. In this situation, we curse loudly and blame the weapon.
Yeah, she's fuck this short bow. But she's without being deterred, she does go and reach for another an arrow. But that is the end of her turn. All right.
Is she a
We
class?
asked for her to be a paladin, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, she is. She's
perfect at this?
she's got a few things, and it might be very good for you guys to familiarize yourself as well, because I've got a lot of other characters to worry about, and if you can help out there, that would be great. So even if someone wants to put their hand up, there's to control Irina, there is the character sheet that you all have access to that lists her weapons, her spells, her hit points, her AC, everything. So feel free for someone to take control of that.
I'm happy to volunteer, but I'm not a great magic user, so if once I open her sheet and it's heavily magic, then probably someone else. But if it's
Okay.
You do it, man.
I can't open it. I can't. I'm double clicking. You can hear the clicking going on. I can't.
You
do
can't
it.
open that.
I can't fucking do it, man.
Look for it in your journal. It should just be in the journal. Under
Shift.
chapter X. Can you see it in there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's Petrina's turn at the top of the order, and she's been watching, obviously, the attack on these brides, and she's very stoked to see. She's got like a little wry smile on having seen the Baron push his army of skeletons out towards them and then attack with the ice knife. And she smiles and holds up one hand, and a stroke. Oh, actually, that's probably not going to be the best. I was going to do lightning bolt.
Not an elf.
What?
I was going to say lightning bolt, but that actually just cuts a straight line, so we probably won't do that. What can we do?
What was she stroking?
I think she's a little frustrated that there's
Ah, that's not for long.
It's often how it starts.
she's
I wouldn't be hanging around with this goldfish.
she's a little frustrated that she's very happy that Brian has put out his skeletons.
Brian's put out. I'm wondering how long that's going to
Put out yet.
Obviously there's a big barrier between her and the target, so instead she lifts her hand up into the above all of the skeletons and casts magic missile.
Cool.
Who is she aiming at? Because are we changing targets now? Probably.
I mean, who?
Guys.
You guys tell me who Petrina should be aiming at.
Is it true that they can't keep regenerating if they're in the sunlight?
From what you know of vampires, vampire spawn, that's correct.
They're not in
Which one?
sunlight, by the way.
Oh,
No,
is
not-
Moonbeam not?
Yeah, that's
Radiant.
not sunlight. It's not radiant light. It has to be sunlight.
Oh, but it's radiant damage. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
They
radiant
can
damage, yeah.
still.
Which one's
Aim.
taken the most? Is it still the top one, or did the Moonbeam do more than your attacks, Baron?
They haven't taken the damage from Moonbeam yet.
Oh, okay. How much
Yes.
does Moonbeam,
It's
how
Got to
much
be
does
the one up in
Moonbeam
the
do?
corner, right?
The one up in
Yeah.
the top corner is the one that's taken the most damage at this point.
How much does Moonbeam do?
2d10, or half that if they save on it.
It's kind of borderline, eh? Maybe it is the top one we focus.
And I'll try and grapple these ones and keep them in the Moonbeam.
And yeah, sorry. You do realize that if they take any radiant damage on there, they don't regenerate their next turn. So you would know that as well. So who should Petrina be attacking with this magic missile?
reckon, guys?
I think the top one.
Yeah, top
okay.
one.
Okay, and with that, a decisive pointing of the finger, magic missile shoots out. 3 glowing darts of magical force just straight out towards them. They just hit instantly, don't they? You don't have to roll nothing. That's just an instant hit. Each doing 10 force damage. Or is that... Wait a second. Let's make sure this is rolled right. Oh, no. Total of 10 damage. Okay. Sorry. Lighting up the younger bride in the top corner of this room. And she sort of holds one arm forward as these bolts just slam into her. Patrina, very, very sort of happy with herself, looks to Brian, gives him a little smile, and moves to stand by his side. Bill, over to you.
Oh, is her name and health like massive for anybody else, or is it just me, Patrina?
Me too.
I can turn that off.
Yeah, 99.
Do you mean massive as in on the screen, or you're just
On the screen?
impressed?
It's like
Everyone
on the
says
on the
for me.
screen it's large. Particularly her name is quite large.
Just
I
that's
do
her
see-
effort to get us to remember it, and it's not really
Yeah, I
working.
do see that
Only
her
working,
name's not
Patricia.
Patricia now. Her name's not Patricia now.
Her,
so-
her name badge.
yeah.
Who's this Patrina?
Hi, my
that's in
name
here
is
with us?
Patrina.
Nice to meet you.
I don't know how to make that any smaller, sorry.
That's fine.
Whoa.
Whoa. Now she's
Now
massive.
it's
Oh.
massive.
I think the most
weird.
helpful thing I can do here is the same thing I did last turn. Is this one more than 30 feet away, Reagan?
Yes, yeah,
But
because
kind of up-
she's 30 feet
on the
up
wall, eh?
into the corner of the room, yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to have to risk it. How close do I need to be? Is this square... Because presumably she's not, like, flat on the roof.
No, you'd still...
She'd be, like, 5 feet tall.
You
or
wouldn't have to
something.
be, like, directly under her, but you'd have to be the next one over.
Should do a wall run, do a backflip, and go. Flourish. Yeah.
And fail my acrobatics check and not be able to do anything.
It would be legit, though.
It would be legit. I'm gonna not do that.
Pussy.
Broken.
I'm
back.
just trying.
Broken. back.
I'm just trying to keep everybody alive.
Risk everything for no reason.
Alright, I hold the holy symbol up once more, and I go, "Body Lord, we need you!" Growing ever more desperate because last time only one of them got stuck and she fucking broke it, and this time I'm hoping that more of them will fail. So they need to roll a wisdom save.
Okay, all 3 of them.
DC is 15.
All right, the one in the top corner fails with a roll of 8.
Yes, King.
The one closest to you rolls a 5, and
Yes.
The one at the southern side of the room, maybe shielded from the blast from the skeletons, and her other bride manages to save with a 17. So let's. By the way, is this all undead?
No, just vampires. It's called Hold Vampires.
Okay, nice.
The thing you're thinking of is Turn Undead.
That's the one.
Trina
Or turn-
doesn't
or
like
turn the
freak out,
unholy.
does he?
Ooh, good question.
What was that?
Trina doesn't like become paralyzed.
No.
Yeah, that would have been a bit of a giveaway, eh?
No, she's there's no secrets to her form at all. She is just a dusk elf.
I love the way you said there's no secrets to her form.
You guys are reading so much more into things
know.
I say, which is fine,
of course.
which is great.
So
Suspicious.
suspicious.
Yeah, I know you guys are so suspicious. Okay, so yeah, 2 of them now held in place, one by a grapple and hold vampire, but The one in the southern part of the room is still just fine. Morley, back to you. Oh, sorry. Were you finished, Bill? Oh, the camera's off, so yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I missed the mute button. I hit the camera button.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Morley, back to you.
Okay. I think I'm gonna turn and whisper to Irina. Keep your eyes on the moonlight, and if you get into trouble, run towards American. She's over there. And point towards the opposite corner of the room.
Yeah, she can see the silhouette of your arm go up.
Yeah. Now Morley's gonna dash over to the lady in red who's held in the moonlight. Dancing in the moonlight, one might say. Am I right?
Nah, she's not moving at all. She's just completely
Okay,
solid.
all right. Cool.
Let alone dancing. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Not in a fight like this.
And Morley's gonna pull out his sunblade
Oh,
and just go for a stab with a massive I don't know what he'd say. Eat light.
Ooh, that's good.
all right. So you're going to need to...
Make sure you only have a light lunch. We've got a big afternoon.
It's quite wordy, isn't it?
Maybe workshop that one a little bit more.
So
We can
you'd
work
need
on
to definitely move one of these skeletons out of the way as you make your way over. I imagine it's looking
would I?
awesome. Wait, so you're wanting to go over to
I'm
it?
just going to this diagonal square here.
Oh, that one. Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
sorry.
unoccupied space, because I've got a plan for what I do afterwards as well.
So that one may have been dancing, actually, now that you say that, because she's not held by the by anything other than the moonlight. So yeah, maybe she's dancing.
Stick with the pointy end.
The sunblade just it's almost just kicks out, and this massive burst of sunlight just fills the room, and the all of the vampires, you can see grimace, even the ones being held by the Morning Lord grimace, but the one that you're closest to starts screaming and starts smoking a little bit from the radiant light coming off
Starts
this thing.
smoking.
Not
Lucky strike.
So give us a roll to hit. What have we got there?
18. Was it 18 or 25? I don't know. Why has it done that twice? That's annoying.
It will just be, it's just rolled with advantage, even though you just say, we'll just take that 18, which is a hit. And what sort of damage are we doing?
We're doing 10 radiant damage. We're doing 7 slashing damage. And we're also, because of where those skeletons are, we're going to chuck a little bit of a sneak attack on the armor.
Oh, dang, okay.
Yeah. Dang is,
Yes, you won't.
if anything, an understatement. That is 18 further damage.
Okay. That hurt. She's screaming out. This is just an absolute scream fills this tomb. And you manage, just with the power of the sunblade, managed to really scar and burn her with one swipe across her. She's still standing, but she's not doing too well.
Just like Elton John. I'm going to drop back into this alcove with my remaining movement, and oh no, you hides a bonus action for me.
It is, but she is going to claw out at you as you back off.
You can disengage.
Oh yeah, you can use your bonus action to disengage.
Lead
instead.
person.
But only disengage or hide.
Yeah.
You lose your sun. Doesn't this thing just do
Oh no,
damage
you've already
just by
done.
being
You've
out?
already actually, good point. You've already used your bonus action.
Oh, to
Yeah.
erect it.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's one way
Yeah.
of putting it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what I'm. Oh, I can't hide anyway, so I'm just
No.
going to dart back into here, and if I get hit,
Gonna get hit though.
She's rolled a 17.
I might get hit. No, that's Okay, that's a hit.
That's
Yeah.
a hit. She does. Instead of damaging you, her claws just sink into your armor, and she just holds you close. You are now in a grappled state.
Any dancer. We've got a lot of Elton John.
This is great. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I mean, it's not.
Okay.
It's terrible for me, but you know.
You've been basically grappled.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanted to use uncanny dodge, but I don't think that's going to be effective against this particular maneuver. What a clever vampire!
What does uncanny dodge?
When an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to halve the damage, but there is no damage.
No
it's just
damage.
grappling.
Yeah, no. So that's it. So
What
you
is-
go
what
you go
is
to
this?
dodge. But she's holding on tight. You're now at 0 movement speed. Baron.
Mad Mary's daughter, right? What was her name?
Gertruda.
Do you
That
reckon
is
it's Gertruda?
Yeah, I reckon it's Gertruda.
Well, she's
Oh
a
my
fresh
God.
one.
The red one at the bottom.
Maybe.
Oh no, the red one at the bottom was one of the ones that Patrina
it's not the
pointed
young-
out as Anastasia.
It's the young one.
The young one's up in the top corner, currently being held by the Morning Lord.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Very Gertruda.
He holds us
I'm
all
go-
in a way.
We
just
have
have
one
to
of
let
the
him.
items.
You just have to let him.
Do we have an item? One of her toys or something?
What?
What?
Oh, are you
Her
talking
room.
about the Blinsky's toy, or are you talking about?
Oh, like in her room, didn't she? Yeah, was it a Blinsky toy? Yeah, it had like.
well, I've
weird
got
doll.
I've got a Blinsky toy with a little bit of blood on it, but I don't think it's from there.
We got something from Mad Mary's Gertruda's room. Anyway, sorry,
I think
Gertruda.
that was that toy, actually, to be honest.
Right.
All right.
What did
So Baron.
Chill touch. This is a sad little move.
Is that what he
Will be
says?
so impressed.
2 plus 9.
Who are you
Will
aiming
do
that
0
at?
damage to it. Did it hit?
Who are you aiming that at?
Oh, at the top left. At the,
All right, no, that's
I
that's
think
with a roll of an 11.
Oh,
that's,
do I get advantage? Or? No.
it's just a spell. It's just that's it, isn't it?
They're,
Oh, they don't
they're
get-
paralyzed.
Oh,
I
does
can't
it auto hit?
I can't remember if you get advantage for
This
it.
is your aim, and you've missed with your aim. I don't know what to.
Or I thought that paralyzed people got auto hit.
Is it classified as paralyzed? Is it?
Yeah, that's what the hold is.
Let's have a look.
Attack rolls against the creature have advantage.
Oh, nice.
Okay, but it's like if it's a
Any attack that hits the creature.
Not
is a critical
spells,
hit.
just attack rolls, right?
all right.
It's a ranged attack roll though for chill touch. So it depends if you consider it.
It is an
or
attack
not.
roll, yeah.
Attack, as stated by the rules, is swinging a sword, firing an arrow from a bow, or brawling with your fists, not spells.
Okay. All right, I'm not going to argue. So that would be a miss. But the only good thing about that will stop her from gaining hit points.
Right.
So,
There's unfortunately a miss. What about your skeletons?
this bottom one's going to move around close by, and
She's just about to get hit by Moonbeam, by the way, if that
yeah, I'm not going to move her.
keep that in mind.
I'm going to try and grapple her so she can't move away from Moonbeam.
God, everyone's grappling everyone.
Grappling the grappler. give us a grapple roll.
Then
We're gonna be like a conga line around this room. Dun, 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 dun. Hey!
And that is an 11 roll from Anastasia.
okay, next one, 17.
She's not.
That's a good roll. As a 1, that is a fail. And because it's a fail, because it's such a drastic fail, she's going to lose her grab on Morley
Yes.
as the skeletons sort of wrestle Anastasia away and hold her in place.
Get out of it, you mongrel.
All right.
This skeleton to the west of the the middle vampire that is paralyzed is going to grapple as well.
All the grapples. Okay.
So if she breaks out of it, she'll have to also break out of afterwards.
Double grapple.
Hmm.
I guess you get advantage. A 9 and a 19.
Yeah, that would be an advantage. That is a fail, so she's grappled and held. She's going nowhere.
Okay. And the remaining skeletons will try and pummel or shoot the bottom skeleton. Oh no, they'll try and all shoot the top one.
Okay, all right. Give us 3 rolls to hit.
So this is a d20 plus 6, so 14 plus 6 for 20. 16 plus 6 for 22, and a 18 plus 6 for 24.
All right, 3 hits.
Your plus 6s, so total of 9, 9, and 8.
18, 26 damage. Okay, 26. Cool. All of these, as you know, all of these sort of attacks from the skeletons are being halved by these, by the vampire spawn. It's no news to you. You're very much aware of that kind of outcome. Anything else from the Baron? Okay, cool. It is Anastasia's turn. Now she's starting her turn in the moonbeam. What do we do with that, Joe?
The silvery beam of light engulfs her in ghostly, searing flames. She has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
She has to. My spell save is 16, so I'm guessing she rolls against that.
Sorry, just 1 second. What's the Constitution? Okay. Constitution saving throw. She has rolled. She has rolled a 21.
No. They don't get like disadvantage for being grappled or anything.
Not when it comes to Constitution. No, it's just Constitution. She's not trying to dodge.
takes.
Paralyzed. Oh, and it's Constitution.
Yeah.
So she takes half damage.
So give us 2d10.
Rolling 2d10. Any minute now.
All right. And you all noticed that just because of the damage from the Sunblade, there was no healing. Nothing was regenerating on this bride.
2d10 damage. How? I rolled an 8 and a 1 for 9. So she only takes half of 9 damage, which is pathetic, frankly.
Yeah, the moonbeam. She is trapped in the moonbeam. And man, I don't know. Maybe it's just because she's on the edge of it, but she just takes a little less damage. And she's like furious. She's like she's just mouthing off at everything around her. She's trying to like fight off these skeletons, and she's trying to push through the blinding light from the Sunblade, and then this moonbeam as well. She's just hating every part of being undead right now.
Would you say she's dancing mad?
Yep. Yes, she's dancing in the moonlight.
Okay,
dancing
good.
mad in the moonlight.
There we go.
Ludmilla, she is held. She's grappled, and she's got nothing to. She can't do anything, so she is going to do a Wisdom saving throw to try and break away from this whole vampire. She's rolled an 18, so she comes to and starts again, just like Anastasia, starts trying to fight against these skeletons and swearing and spitting venomous words out over at all of you. American.
She also must make a Constitution saving throw.
Of course.
As the silvery beam of moonlight penetrates her very being.
Yep. Okay, cool. Constitution saving throw. I was just checking some other things. She has rolled an 18.
Damn it, she takes half damage, and I've rolled another crapper as well.
Okay.
I've only rolled 6 plus 6 for 12, so she only takes 6 damage.
Okay, all right.
American's dancing in the corner like, son of a bitch, the moonbeam was meant to wreck your shit, and it didn't do shit at all.
Shit.
Valenta, despite being held in place by hold person, does you do manage to see some of her damage healing over, and despite not being able to do anything, she is going to try a wisdom saving throw to break free. And she fails with a roll of 13, so she remains held in place.
Which one's this?
The one up in the top corner.
I've got a question also. They're not shape changes, are they?
You haven't seen them change shape?
Well, it's important if they are or not, because they actually make their saving throw with disadvantage if they are shape changes.
They're not.
Damn it!
American, over to you.
Well, I could use my turn to move the moonlight, but I'm pretty happy with it where it is. Ranzin's gonna roll a d6 to see if he can recharge his web. If he rolls a 5 or a 6, and he does.
Oh, nice.
So I guess he'll scuttle towards that other one that's already restrained by the glory of the Morning Lord and take another shot.
Can I just say one thing? Recharge? Sorry, actually, I was just trying to decide. No, web is the action, not recharge. Never mind. Carry on.
Okay. I'll use the action to try and web that held one in the corner. Does it roll with advantage?
Yeah, it'll be with advantage, but you'd need to run right up.
No, it's a ranged attack.
Okay, cool.
A web. It says range 30/60.
So it would be at disadvantage. So if anything at that 60, anything over 30 feet is at disadvantage.
Okay, so I would have to run 30 feet forward.
You'd have to be kind of where Bill is, since she's 30 feet up in the corner of the room.
Okay.
But, I mean, like, we can take that roll. You've rolled with disadvantage and you've beaten her AC, so that's fine. You can just shoot that out.
Okay. I web the lady.
I'm running out of icons to... We'll do that as well. Okay, cool.
Looks good in the corner, up in the corner of the ceiling there, American. That looks like...
That's where you would find a spider web. Yeah.
That's perfect. That's so thematic for Ranzin. Yeah. He would love that.
Ranzin is super.
The vacuum cleaner out later.
Ranzin is super stoked with himself because he's had a bit of. He hasn't had a lot of luck with his web recently, and he's very happy about this. You can see him. He's got a little dance going on there.
Oh, cute! Did you see that?
This whole room's erupting.
It's beautiful. Has Bill cast some kind of spell?
Anything else from American?
I'm kind of feeling like I should just keep concentrating on that spell and just take a pot shot with my bow and arrow up to the one in the corner. So okay. I take out my bow and arrow and aim. Do I get advantage or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not going to be able to.
Oh, and that means I get to roll again because of that one feat I took that I almost never use.
Which one are you shooting?
The one in the corner. The one losing her religion in the corner.
Yes!
The other two were the ones in the spotlight.
Yes, that's
so good.
Oh, yes! I got to re-roll because of my Elven accuracy feat, which meant I rolled a crit. I rolled a nat 20 for that.
Holy shit.
Nice. So we'll take that first damage, but you get to roll another d6.
Hell yeah.
So 12.
Another 4.
Okay, cool.
Is that it? Wow, what a sweet crit.
And just to make it even worse, because it is just a stock standard arrow, it just doesn't do the same sort of damage as you'd hope.
It's got poison on it, but I'm pretty sure they're immune to that, yeah.
But this vampire spawn is now frozen in place, covered in web, and has an arrow sticking out of her. So she's not having a great time. None of these girls are having a good time right now.
Out of the forehead?
But it still beats being married to Strahd. Am I right? Clearly not.
It's okay. back with Irina. So what were you wanting Irina to do? Just to head over to American, or did you want her to try and take another shot?
I only wanted her to head over to American if she felt like she was in trouble, which I don't think she is right now. She doesn't feel like she is, so she's just gonna keep arrowing, keep missing, just like I taught her.
Have you taken a look over her spells and stuff, or are you happy for just to take another shot?
I have. I think we're just trying to reserve a bit of magic, but I'll throw it open to the gallery. Does anyone have a strong feeling that she should burn a spell? I'm just looking through the list now.
Does she have any cantrips?
Yes, light and resistance.
Which she probably would have cast so she could see it, if we're being honest right now. She probably would have cast that by this
Yeah,
point.
she cast light.
Okay, she cast that ages ago, actually. She was
Yeah,
like, oh, yeah,
yeah.
that's right. I can do this
Yeah.
now.
Oh, sorry.
Heroism. What's that?
That's what resistance is.
What does that do?
Touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. The target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one saving throw of its choice. It can roll the die before or after making the saving throw. Spell that ends. I don't think she would have done that because no one's right next to her anymore. Anyway, I've shot the gap.
Cool. I mean, she can just take a shot with her. She can peer out and take another shot at what everyone else is firing at.
Yeah. I think she just tries to. That one right in the corner in the roof seems like it would be like a really good stationary target to aim
Yeah.
at.
Cool. Give us a roll with advantage, or just hit
Remember
it
that
twice.
one's healing.
Mm.
And we were
There's a lot of crowding around the other two. Would that affect the roll?
Yeah. It would definitely bump up the AC.
So aiming for the one in the corner, in the top corner.
The one in the top corner is just a clear shot.
Yeah. I'll take the shot. Is what I'd be yelling. Sorry, my roll 20's frozen.
Okay, I'll roll.
God damn it.
I'll give that a roll. It is a 22, which is a hit.
It's better you do it than me. I'm just going to say it's frozen every time.
Dealing.
Con-
Oh shoot! What's that? That is not the right roll. Okay. Well, that last one didn't work, but we can fix this. D6 of damage with the short bow. 2, and then it gets halved. So.
Okay, my roll finally came through.
All right. She lets off one of the arrows into the corner and manages to sink it into the web and vampire in the corner. Patrina's turn. What are we going to do with Patrina?
I don't have her whole thing. I don't think. Oh, her lit.
You don't have a what? Lit.
Her list
Ah.
of what she can do, but no, I'm still aiming for the one up in the top corner as it's taking damage, and I'm going to try and stop it from healing.
You should have her a journal if you take a look in the named NPCs category. She should be there. So, but yeah, if you're wanting, she can definitely just continue, maybe sending another.
You're right, I do.
Yeah. So she's got a lot of spells that she can use. She's also got a dagger that she can throw or strike out with. So she's definitely sort of here for spell usage if you need her. She's already used one spell slot using the magic missile last turn. A lot of her other ones are like lightning bolt and cone of cold. Anything that does damage kind of hurts anything that's in front of her. So it might not be the kind of thing that you'd want her to do.
And they're close by things like shocking grab.
Yeah, she needs to be up close for.
Does she have a bow and arrow or just a
dagger? Just the dagger at her side.
So a
You
fire
reckon
bolt or
lightning
something?
bolt?
Lightning bolt, yeah, up into the corner, I guess. That
Good.
wouldn't
Good
cut.
to get a few people though, isn't it?
It's fire. Well, it would shoot across a sort of above everyone, thanks to the angle between her and Valenta. So we can cast that if you like. All right.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
She sees everything sort of happening with the struggle between the skeletons, and she's getting a little impatient. And she holds up one hand, and lightning starts crackling around her finger, and then just in one bolt, just shoots out into the corner of the room. Because she is held, there is no dex save. Valenta just takes 36 damage, lightning damage, as the web erupts into flame, and then she falls dead down from the corner of the room.
Ooh.
Nicely done, Patricia.
You guys are building an enemy by giving a name every time. I've got a little tally that I'm noting.
It's not canon that we've said Patricia.
I'm going to turn to her and with a little gleam in my eye, and it's magnificent.
Patricia says, Brian, maybe you can try something a bit stronger than chill touch next time,
I love this woman.
and it is Bill's.
I'm saving it.
And it's Bill's turn.
So, just so I understand the symbols on here. So this one is held by both a grapple and
hold vampire.
And hold vampire.
Yeah.
And this one is
Just grappled.
held, just grappled.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, and Morley is no longer grappled, so I'll get that out of there.
Yeah.
And she's taken light damage.
She's taken a lot of damage thanks to Morley's Sunblade.
Okay. I am going to move down here. Do I get flanking? I suppose I probably get advantage anyway for the grapple, right?
you'll get advantage on this one.
And I'm gonna say,
if anyone moves through Moonbeam, Joe, or is it just?
It's when they enter it for the first time on their turn.
Yeah, so
they will
so you won't be able to
get damage from it.
Yeah, so you'd have to circle all the way around.
okay.
If you've got that.
Just
kind
go
of
into the corner. Just go into the corner, Bill, by that skeleton, and then you've got an angle on the one with the yellow headdress.
10. Well, I want to hit the one that's not healing, because this one is just healing every round.
Right.
With no light having hit it or no chill touch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 10, 20. Okay, I think I can get to there. Can I reach over the skeleton with my spear?
What sort of range do you have on your spear?
It's just a 5, but technically you're allowed to step into... Oh, I wouldn't have enough movement. Because I'm bang on 30 here. Annoying.
Plus, the skeleton that you're trying to sort of go through is the one that's currently grappling, I believe.
Right. Okay. I'm just gonna call out. How's married life treating you? And vicious mockery on her.
Okay. I haven't seen vicious mockery for you. We're really pulling out all the level 1 spells.
Yeah, we're trying to save our load for Strahd. So she needs to make a DC 18 wisdom save.
Oh right, wow, okay.
If she can't, she takes 8 psychic.
She rolled a 17. She failed.
Oh.
So she takes 8 psychic.
If her head explodes due to this will be great.
She's got so much going on that she's. You notice that she's like she's been trying to fight against all of these skeletons and holding on to the side where that she's taken that massive shot from the Sunblade. But just for that moment, as you mention that, she just glares at you with absolute evil intent over the shoulders of the skeleton. So she's still alive, but she has taken 8 psychic damage from that.
She also has disadvantage on her next attack roll.
Dang, all right. Okay, it's great. Morley, over to you.
Yeah, Morley he shakes off her hand earlier and pulls the Sunblade back for another swipe, and this time he says, "Rise and shine, bitch." Pretty good, I think we can all agree.
That's pretty great.
Yeah. And
What's the? It's like a 20. Is it a 20-foot radius on the Sunblade's light? Is that right?
It is. Oh gosh,
I think it's identical to the light spell, if I remember correctly.
I have to go into another part of Roll20 to open it up. I've got so much shit there now. Magic items, Sunblade. Here we go.
Oh, it's bright light for 15, dim light
15
for
feet.
15. Yeah, okay, cool.
And then, yeah.
Okay.
It was 27 to hit.
Oh, that's absolutely a hit.
Yeah, and she took 11 radiant damage, 3 slashing damage, and you know where I'm going with this.
I do.
Yeah. And she takes a further 15 sneaky damage.
Sneaky. Why don't you detail how Anastasia dies?
Morley comes down with the blade across her shoulder, and it goes from the shoulder diagonally through the chest, severing like the head at an angle, and it just kind of slides off, but with this like horrid, acrid, burning smell and screaming. It's getting real dark.
And she shits her pants.
Then she falls over in the river of crap. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that
light
swipe,
flash.
she's cut in two and falls to the ground, dead.
Finally.
Anything else from Morley?
I'm fucking into it now. I'm gonna go and get into position for this next one.
Okay, perfect.
Because I've got some movement left.
Yeah, we're about to going to move.
I'll be queuing up behind the skeletons.
Nice.
Oh, I can move them. Yeah.
Cool. Baron, speaking of moving them, what are they up to?
I think you can move there, Molly.
Into him.
Well, you're allowed to move through a friendly target, so 20 feet there, 10 feet to there.
It's just difficult terrain. It takes.
Oh, is it difficult terrain?
It's only. I thought it was only difficult if they were
Twice the
unwilling.
movement speed.
Unwilling.
I think it's twice the movement speed.
Right.
Okay.
Not like that. Yeah, same effect as difficult terrain. Okay, so I'm standing next to Patrina.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to actually turn my back towards her and sort of just put my hand out so she can't see it. And a ghostly hand will. The ghostly hand will eject from my hand,
Brian.
go towards the vampire spawn, and I'll say, "We'll touch."
Alright, give us a roll to hit on that one. That's a 10. That is a fail. That is a fail. As Patrina just watches that like ghostly hand just float across the room, straight past this vampire spawn and absorb into the wall behind her. Okay.
It's very dark in here, isn't it?
I know you've got better than that in you. Come on.
I know,
God, it's so unsexy. I invited this girl I really like to watch me play indoor football once, and my first touch, I stepped on the ball, rolled my ankle, and fell on my face.
If she can't appreciate your tactical genius, doesn't deserve your level 5 spell slots.
There is, by the way, there is a little bit of a shifting in attitude of Patrina having watched you just push out low-level things. She's definitely kind of unimpressed at this point.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I don't want to I'm not trying to impress anyone anyway. Whatever. I'm a cool guy. I'm just gonna walk over to this corner and stand next
Walking over the corner, nothing cooler than that.
Just walking away from the danger. It's just like you're just going like, chill touch, and just walked across the room.
Chill touch is missed. Yeah, I mean that was
Whatever, didn't even want to hit.
Let that be a warning to you.
I just the other skeleton.
My other. Yeah, that one can stand there, and
Cool.
they're still grappling, and the other ones can shoot at it.
Cool.
The vampire spawn.
All of the skeletons sort of back off and get out their short bows and one by one fire. So if you can give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rolls to hit.
Okay, so total of 23, 8, 9, 29.
Okay, 4 of them hit. Give me 4 damage rolls.
I suppose they get advantage, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Let's just say they all hit. Give me 5 damage
The
rolls.
final one. All right. 1, 2. That's not good enough for you, Katrina.
Well, she's very impressed with the skeletons.
Yeah, an
So that's-
11, 8, 10, 10, 11.
All right, it's 50 damage, but halving that down to 25. She does get absolutely pelted with these arrows, though. And it's kind of weird to see so many arrow holes forming, but without any blood or anything coming out from them. Anything else from the Baron?
Oh, just think about.
Sorry, you cut out there. You're thinking about...
Just things.
Okay, cool. All right. She is dead, so we'll move on from her. Ludmilla's turn. She's held, she's grappled, and she's got this beam of light pouring down. Do we need to do another Constitution saving throw for that?
Yes, she
All
does.
right, let's do that.
What did you say her name was? Miller.
Ludmilla.
Oh, it's marginally better.
That's a 13, which is a fail, so give me 2d10, please.
I rolled marginally better with 5 plus 7 for 12. Which isn't that impressive either, but I'll take it.
It's good considering all the other things that are happening at the moment. She tries to also push away this held state, and she fails completely. Mirakin, over to you. She also did not heal thanks to the brightness of the Sunblade being in her presence. But she can't exclaim or show her pain as she's taking these arrows and the burns from the blade.
Right. Well, Runzin's tried to recharge his web and has failed. So stays holding off. He doesn't want to run in and bite.
Cool.
So, no, that doesn't look very good. I'm going to stay in the corner. I'm going to try again with the bow and arrow, the humble bow and arrow.
Okay.
You're probably amazed at how stingy we're being, but I have a feeling we might end up against Strahd at some point. So I'm like, you know what?
Debatable.
I doubt it.
At this rate, I don't think so. We should probably...
He's probably fled in terror.
What a relief. So do I roll with advantage?
Yeah, roll with advantage, please.
Seems to take a long time. Did it wrong?
Are you gonna just...
And any time now. I'm just drawing my bow just exquisitely slowly.
really drawing out the moment.
In the moment now, I'm just going to loose that arrow.
Oh, here it is.
I've rolled a net 20 plus 7 to hit.
Nice.
Whoosh.
It's rolled the critical damage for me too. So that's a 7 and plus a 2 for the critical damage.
I feel like
But
it
that'll be
didn't roll it all
halved.
properly.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, or is that how it's... Okay, no, that's okay.
1d6
it's only a
plus
normal
5, so I rolled a 2
short
plus
bow,
5 for 7.
Okay, cool. So that's a total of 9 damage. Okay, yeah, another arrow straight into Ludmilla. She's just got like 7 of these arrows sticking out of her at this point.
She's getting a little like Vasilka at this point.
Oh, he's gonna need a new bride.
He sure is.
Irina's following suit with another arrow from her short bow, and that slams into Ludmilla as well. Doing 5 damage. I think at this point it's probably safe to say, with Patrina, Bill, Morley, the Baron, and all of the skeletons, that it's only a matter of the end of this round before we see Ludmilla falling alongside Anastasia and the unnamed vampire spawn, leaving you all a little uncertain of what is outside or what's out there in this castle for you, having been thrown directly into combat after teleporting into this tomb. The air is a little silent now, finally, as Ludmilla takes her final breath and dies.
I had a cool thing I was going to say to her.
You can still say it.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is your husband home? And then I was going to ram the sword into her chest. But I'm 3 turns away, so it might not have got a chance.
What if Irina says that because she takes a leaf out of Morley's book and she's like, "Oh, this will be cool," and she looses the arrow directly into her brain and finishes her off.
And then, like,
Molly would
everyone,
be nah.
everyone applauds and just talks about how cool Irina was when she delivered that line.
Irina, how did you come up with that? Oh my god!
Good work, babe.
He's so threatened by it.
Yeah. I noticed when I controlled her character sheet, she's got a -1 intelligence modifier. I'm not going out with no idiot.
Look, you know,
A little slower than
It's
your
a-
average person.
it's also a little late for that now. You're engaged.
She'd be more like, "Oh, excuse me, husband, is your wife home?" Oh.
I wonder she said yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
rough.
Zing.
Oh, that's
Can I do something that I was going to do in combat too?
Oh, sure.
I can just do it after. I'm just going to walk up to the Baron, place my hand on his shoulder, and just say, "Baron, that was genius, stopping them from healing with your ice touch spell. That was amazing."
None of them hit. None of them hit.
Well, it was the idea. It was the idea. He says to the omniscient voice that rolls over the top of the room.
A master strategist
Thank
indeed.
you.
Yeah,
Thank
a
you.
little
I
lacking,
mean-
a little lacking in execution, but the plan was right.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I'm kind of like hoping that
What
Patrina
accounts?
hears it.
Maybe we can get back to that when we get back into the game. When the post game chat, the post fight chat, when you guys are figuring out where to next. But yeah, we'll have our break now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you guys are in Strahd's tomb, which is pretty cool. You're there.
Yeah, scary, spooky.
His tomb,
The Master's tomb.
Master's tomb. True.
Yep.
Of course.
This is
That
where
makes
I was hoping
sense.
we'd end up.
So he's probably not in his coffin.
Well, it was guarded by three of his brides.
I heard that he lurks. Imagine if he just like lurked in his car. He's just peeping out a little hole in the side, watching them get annihilated. Like,
If we just hear some loud snoring.
It's like, I'll let them deal with this.
By the way, I do want to say I feel like the book did the Strahd's brides badly. By the way, they have got like zero backstory. There's like nothing to them. It's just like this is their names and what they look like. It's just like, oh,
Alright.
come on, guys.
yeah.
I wanted a
That
bit
one's
more.
not
Isn't it?
Gertrude.
There's enough going on in this game.
There is.
Yeah, maybe with a -1 intelligence, Irina would have said something more like, "Arrow hurt you."
She's not. She's
Yeah,
not
it's
like
only
mentally
-1.
disabled.
It's not that bad, I suppose.
Yeah, what's a -1 like? Is that just like she's not very good at maths?
Probably.
I guess it's like a... Yeah.
So 10 is supposed to be like a 0. It's supposed to be an average.
Oh, 0 is
adventurer.
average.
100 IQ.
Oh,
Yeah.
average adventure. So it's probably she's just a small town girl because that's like knowledge base as well, the intelligence thing. So she doesn't know much about the world.
She won't spell very
I don't know
well.
if it's... I don't know if it's knowledge. It's probably... It's like... Yeah.
Because knowledge be wisdom, right?
Oh, good point. But then, yeah, it's more like how quick you think, isn't it?
And she's got a
Intelligence.
+1 for wisdom.
Oh.
It'd be school, like education too.
Yeah,
Well,
because religion is an
yeah.
intelligence-based check.
Yeah, well, you've seen how well she builds a coffin for her father, so
She got that.
Her and her brother, probably, yeah.
Because that is coming up as we start playing again.
Oh, is it? Is it? Oh, we got that coffin in the middle of the room. Are we gonna have like a 20-minute analysis of the build?
Yeah.
That coffin looks fucking sweet. That is.
I want to hear what Bill's.
I hate to say it, but that is a work of art. That coffin.
Lyndon Hood in the chat says
It would be like taking it to Antiques Roadshow.
Lyndon Hood in the chat says knowledge is intelligence, wisdom is noticing. Does that ring true to you guys?
Yeah, it's like
Largely.
noticing the world around you. Well,
Yeah, that sounds good. That's a good way
intelligence
of
is
putting
like aptitude for a lot of things, like learning spells and.
Yeah. Although she's done pretty well. She's got some decent spells on her now.
it. Are we surprised that Strahd's elegant and glorious coffin is just on dirt? Like, what the heck?
I'm not surprised.
It's just on plain dirt. Talk about no interior decorating skills. Come on, guy. This is why he's
Typical
trying to get a
vampire
wife.
shit.
Typical single
Yeah,
man
yeah.
shit. That's what I'll say.
Lark Kiwi says
There's all his clothes are
It's
all
like-
over the floor and stuff.
It's the vampire equivalent of like a mattress on the floor, eh?
Yeah, and a big and a
No,
big
no
massive,
bed frame.
a massive TV, and then just like nothing else in the house.
he actually
He
in the
just
other
sits in the
corner.
corner with his PlayStation.
In the other corner, he does have a massive TV, by the way.
That's on the floor as well, right?
Massive.
It's
No,
actually
it's
sunken
too high.
into the floor.
It's too high up on the wall, like way
It's
too
actually
No.
sunken down into the floor.
He wouldn't have it too high, I don't reckon.
Oh, you don't think he'd have it too high? He'd have it just right.
I reckon he had it. He just wouldn't even bother. He'd just have it right on the floor. He wouldn't even have a table.
It's like angled
He's
as well.
definitely
It's
not going to
even
wall
like-
mount it. It's too much effort.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at this place.
Lapkiwi says
Shit's in the
intelligence.
corner down there.
Intelligence is knowing a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is keeping it out of the fruit salad. And charisma is marketing tomato-based fruit salad as salsa. That's fair. Question of the week from Lapkiwi as well is: how does it feel now that you're in the belly of the beast, Ravenloft?
I feel good because we've been successful so far.
Okay, yeah. Well, not being successful is death. So
Well, I mean, like we haven't gotten our like this was a kind of bad situation, but I think we did pretty well. All things considered, the
Did anyone
situation
get hit?
we were in the room with the Iron Giants, and we got out of that. So
Lost some
True.
skeletons, but other than that, I don't think we have a scratch on us.
one of your skeletons took some damage. Did you track that
I
over?
don't know. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah. So this one's got 15.
Ah, yeah. There we go. Yeah.
And I should have some bones from the last.
Well, do you?
Better
Because there
bring
was
some back.
no mention of throwing bones into the teleport flame.
I said, pick up their bones, grab that mirror, and jump in.
Okay. All right. We'll give you
The tapes.
we can give you a dead
I
skeleton.
mean, there's some skeletons here as well. I'll take them with me.
These beautiful brides are going to be his newest charges.
Yes. These vampires. I don't know if
Vampire
this
spawn.
is good. Here, they're dead, right? We don't have to stake them and cut off their head and burn them, or
They've been killed.
just dispatched. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just worried that they'll come back or something. Oh, a burb.
We're not going to just ignore this massive coffin in the middle of the room, are we? Like, we'll be getting into that pronto.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you guys. Yeah. We'll see what happens with it.
We haven't finished answering the question of the week yet.
Yeah. Which is, how does it feel now that you're in the belly of the beast, aka Ravenloft? And John said, well, considering you guys have had like success in that fight, he feels pretty good.
Okay. each to their own. I feel like we are. Like, I'm not even being flippant or trying to create something artificial here, but I feel like we are marching towards, a fairly likely death.
Oh, okay. So no confidence at all.
No, I didn't say no confidence. I said
Right,
a
right.
fairly likely
Right.
death. Like it feels like we're going into something where we genuinely may not survive. And that's a little scary as a character, but it's also a little bit sad as a player because like I'm thinking there's a better than even chance here that these are my last few sessions as Morley Van Morgan.
I think at the rate that we're going, there's a very possible chance that our final session will be the Christmas special. I think so. Something that's a little bit longer that we play through. I think because otherwise we've got. Let's have a look at the calendar. 1, 2. Oh well, yeah, we've got 3 more Mondays between now and Christmas. Or 2 Mondays and a longer session on a Saturday. So we've really only got 3 sessions left. We'll have to figure out.
Are you implying it will be hard to beat Strahd? Because I didn't sign up for that.
Well,
You're the DM. You could just say that. Oh, he's asleep in his coffin. Get him.
Yeah,
That
just
would
work
be
to
done tonight.
the
That'd be a-
timeline.
that'd be a really satisfying end to a 3-year campaign.
No, that'd be great.
Well, I mean, we
We've
killed
worked-
him.
We've worked hard for this.
That's fair.
And the last
That's
few
true. You guys
sessions
have
can us
actually
just be
worked
like
hard.
chilling out and having a good time, tying up some loose ends.
Yeah.
That's not our fault that he's like literally been caught napping.
Yeah.
Well,
How am I feeling?
Yeah.
Oh, you were gonna say?
No, you go.
I was gonna say I feel similar to Adam. Like I'm like, oh, the threat of death is quite real. So yeah, I'm a bit like nervous. That's why I'm being really stingy with my spells.
Right.
Because I'm anticipating a very high level fight.
Okay, that's fair. I need to have a look at something just for my sake, actually. Maybe not for this session, but for definitely the next one. So I just got to make a little note of that because I just had a great idea for me, not for you.
Cool. Pleased to hear it. Go well, buddy.
Okay. Make a little note just there. Let's underline it a couple of times as well. Cool.
Kill Morley.
I've just had a great idea. Not for you, for me.
Overcord in the chat says you should always be worried when the DM speaks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as soon as John gets back, we'll get back into it because it'd be great to get a little bit more progress out of one room would be. Even if you can get out of the room, that'd be great.
I'm good. I think we pitch up here for the night, right, Baron? Get the fart hat out, sleep for a long, long rest.
All right.
Sleep in this coffin here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's jump back into it. Cool.
Well, who's gonna open this then? Pointing at the coffin in the middle of the room.
Bill, you're the expert.
Yeah, don't you have a mage hand, don't you, Brian? You do
This is a
it.
fine.
He's
coffin,
not
I can
in
tell you
there.
that.
He's not in there. There's no way. But we should.
Get a skeleton to open it. How about that?
Should I ready the blade to dive in if the worst should happen?
Yeah. Let's all ready and attack.
You want to pull those tongs out, wouldn't you?
It's pliers, but
Just selling tongues, trying to pull his teeth out.
barbecue
Summer
tongs.
barbecue. Yeah, flip him over. He's
All
done.
right.
Okay, a skeleton
How do you
opens it
like
up.
your fangs?
All
What do you
right.
do for work?
Who's
Right,
opening
so-
it? What's happening?
This skeleton here.
Yeah, we
no,
we
not
all
Pierre.
prep attacks just in case something jumps out, though.
What
Yeah,
What are you
yeah.
prepping? Because if it's a spell you're prepping,
Sunblade.
Cool. What's everyone else
Bow
prepping?
and arrow.
Cool. Irene's got her short
Blood-
bow out as well.
Blood
Chill
spear.
touch.
Okay, cool.
Chill touch.
Yes, chill touch.
Katrina's just like shaking her head.
Well, she doesn't know what's prepped, right?
She's so judgmental.
She's assuming.
She's power hungry. She's wanting to see some power from Brian.
Yeah, ever heard of
Oh.
like hoarding power?
Is this moonbeam
Like,
still around, or is there anything you're doing? with
Yeah,
the moonbeam?
sure, I'll keep it active.
Move it over the coffin.
Just
you
in
move
case we. Oh, that's a great idea. I'll use an action to move that. Now it only lasts for a minute, so.
Okay, well you better
Yeah,
jump
do it.
into it, yeah, because you've got about 40 seconds left, or maybe 30 seconds left of this moonbeam as it tracks across the room.
Okay.
I
We
guess-
open it,
skeleton flips open the lid of the
Flips
coffin.
his lid.
and he definitely avoids
do it
the
from-
moonbeam
yeah, do it
as he
from
does
outside.
so.
Oh yeah. Okay, so you managed to sort of you're concentrating on that moonbeam as it opens up and the skeleton backs off, you just quickly swipe that moonbeam over the top of the coffin just in case, and there's nothing inside. It's an incredibly lavish coffin, silk lined. It looks incredibly comfortable, but there's no one in it.
Incredible.
Oh, well, we loot the coffin.
There's nothing in it other than I suppose you
We
can
loot the coffin.
you could pull all
Ooh,
of the
that's silk.
Yeah, so you can pull all the silk out and just tear it apart.
Should we trash his coffin, folks?
Hold on,
Someone
didn't we have
shoot
that?
it.
Should we burn it?
Didn't we have that plan where we would put a stake under
A
it?
shit
and then
covered
he lies
stake.
down? Yeah,
A spring
to
powered
elaborate, there was
shit
a
covered
shit covered
steak.
stake.
Wasn't I going to
Then
lie
he
in the
would like
coffin
lie
and wait?
down in it. Huh?
I could lie in it
Yeah,
and
we-
wait with like the sunblade like crouched like this, and then when he goes to like lie back on me, I'll be like, "Surprise, bitch!"
Like a false bottom. And yeah,
I'm not a
it's-
bottom for him.
No, you're the false
True.
bottom. You're actually
He
a
said
top.
false.
You're just
He said
pretending.
false.
Just for a time.
Okay. You'll be hidden under the sheet.
And the moonbeam
Lie down on
flickers
top
out
of
of
you.
existence and sort of shrinks down into a singular point and just vanishes.
All right. I guess we're not going to go through that old thing, but this is where it's said that he will come here if he's mortally wounded. Right? His body will retreat to come here and heal. So if this isn't here when he comes back, how bummed out will he be?
Well,
Yeah.
what is he,
Great.
where does he go if he doesn't have this? Like,
Is
that
it just a
good-
fancy bed? Like, oh,
Oh,
Patina?
Patrina says, and yes, isn't the point to drive a stake into his heart while he's here, Brian? If this isn't here, how will you drive a stake into him? Brian, I'm starting to really question things, having seen your actions here. First, run from a fight, and then chill touch.
When did I run from a fight?
Just minutes ago, when you jumped into
I
the
went
tele-
over to stand over here because I was feeling bad about
No,
myself.
no, with the
You know
giant statues.
Oh, those. Yeah, look. These vampire spawn, they're not worth me spending my big spells on. We didn't even take a hit. Well, one skeleton did. What do you want? Just me to show off? I don't know. This is a bit weird, Patina. Maybe we take a. You stand over there or something.
She like has a surprised look on her face. She says, "Okay, all right."
Slap her.
A surprised look, but she kind of likes it? Or...
No,
I really
she
did like
is-
your lightning bolt.
She's not looking.
I liked your lightning bolt, but I don't know why you're expecting me to use big spells on minor enemies. Okay, it's a bit weird.
It took quite a
we
while to
see
get rid
Strahd,
of
then you'll see the
minor
big-
enemies, Brian.
Huh?
I said
Less
it
than a
took
minute.
quite a while to get rid of minor enemies. Maybe efficiency should be the call of the day.
think I was pretty efficient. You might see some fireworks if we see Strahd, but I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit of pressure. But, you know, you do you.
She just goes quiet.
Good. Okay, let's...
I don't like your new girlfriend. We think she's a bit.
No.
It's so awkward when they start having arguments in front of you. Like,
Irene is like, ain't you glad I don't talk to you like that?
she's like, I can't wait to talk to you later about this. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
We're going to have the biggest bitch session about their dysfunctional relationship on the couch.
I thought Katrina was cool, but maybe not. You do have a good point, though, Katrina, about leaving the coffin intact. Should we hide these bodies, or maybe, what do you say, we loot the bodies for once?
Well, they do have a lot of, like, as I mentioned, they've got a bunch of jewellery, bracelets,
Chuck it in the sack, and it goes, my god, will love this, and I'm going to start moulding earth to like rebury their bodies. Like, let's go, people.
Yeah.
I have a
Platinum, we
vial
got gold.
I have a vial of holy water. Shall I like sprinkle it in his bed? It won't be. It's not very much. It's only a little vial, but it might be really fucking annoying. If you're a vampire and you're like, where the fuck is that coming from?
It's going to be like itching powder.
yeah. yeah.
Won't it dry up before he gets in there, though? And so, like,
But the
first
vapors
we'll need to apply.
will be sealed in.
It will be
put the
like, it'll be
vial
like
in so when he
holy
lies down.
powder. Yeah.
Put the violin. No, there's no violin. That's a great idea, Shannon. That's awesome. So
Yeah.
it'll be like
It's a loot. It's a loot, Morley. It's a loot.
No. I'm repeating what Baron said. If we put the glass violin full of holy water, when the prick comes in and lays down, he'll break that and just he will be fucking fucked.
Then we'll hear his voice.
That's a good idea.
Run in.
So what I want to try to do is rig like a little find a spot where I can sort of sit the holy water.
Mm-hmm.
But as the lid closes, so I want to tie a string around the cork.
Okay.
And as the lid closes, it's going to put pressure on that string. It's going to hopefully pop the cork and sort of douse
Okay.
the occupant in this. It's only like a little vial.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We
I think you kind of fuck around for about
I'm
5
learning
minutes, just building up this little contraption.
He's annoyed us badly enough.
How big's the vial?
It's a vial. So
Oh, it's gone a bit bigger now. It was like
Yeah.
this. It's like this now. So
I was imagining one of those little aftershave testers.
It's a foot long. Okay.
It's like, this is
Yeah,
it's
payback.
about Strahd shaped. And he's
One of the
gonna.
glass
I'm
building
actually
block.
making his coffin into a pool of
Yeah.
holy water.
Yeah. It's enough
gonna-
that it'll drown him.
He's gonna think he's getting into the coffin, but he's getting into the vial.
Oh, and it's moving. It's naturally moving.
Yeah. And when he gets into the vial by mistake, the cork is rigged to pop back on top and trap him inside.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
In a bubble.
All right. So what's the plan?
Can we do
What's-
that?
Give-
Can I do my little thing?
Yeah, absolutely. You can absolutely do.
Do you want me to
So you
roll?
jerry
anything
rig
to
your
see how-
vial?
Give me a It's like you're building a trap, so a survival roll.
Sleight of hand.
Survival roll sounds
Survival roll.
good.
I'm rolling
Can I-
survival.
Can I cast guidance on him?
He might need it.
It's a
So
complete waste
by
of
all
time.
means,
I'll roll a d4.
I was hoping you'd roll a 1. I would have loved
I've
just
rolled
to.
a 4
Right.
for a total of 11.
Yeah, you set it up to the point where you think everything's in place. Like the idea of having string get tight when you're closing something and the mechanics behind that versus lifting something. It's all, you've been sort of doing the math and you think you've got it right and you've closed the coffin and you won't know. You're not sure. You're thinking.
Can we teleport to Bunnings first, just quickly to get a pulley?
I just start dusting my hands off in triumph because I'm very confident that that's going to work.
Very nice.
won't have to worry about that guy anymore, folks.
That's points for Ismark. All right, let's go home.
Job done.
Baron, you've
Let's
walked
go
up,
tell Valaki.
you've walked up the black marble stairs next to Petrina and found yourself at the portcullis that's kind of shut. There only seems to be one mechanism within this room that might control that, and it's a lever just to the left-hand side of that staircase.
Pierre, can you pull the lever?
Yeah. Pierre walks over, pulls the lever, and the bars creak and shudder and then sink down into the ground in front of you, giving you a look of a very, very familiar room. The floors are completely covered in what looks like bat feces, and the smell of this room is damp and disgusting. And in front of you, that seems to just go out row after row are these square rooms which you have you got Petrina from one of these. So
Your old stomping ground, Patina.
Yeah, you're home.
As despite her upset with you at the moment, as you step out, Petrina does just sort of call out, "Brian, stop! He's booby trapped this area. If you go any further, just 1 second." And she walks out and casts Dispel Magic on the floor in front of you here. And she points down to her right and points down to the left. And she says, teleportation traps. If you'd stepped into one of those, it would have been trouble for you. But
they're on either side of us as well.
Yeah, but
right.
But she's just cast Dispel Magic like in front of you on the northern sort of pathway forward. She said, "I would do all three, but I'm being efficient with my spells."
I like that. No, waste them all. Waste them all so we can go in all directions. No, actually, thank you very much. It is wonderful. Where would we have ended up?
I'm not.
Hit of spikes.
There's one of these crypts in front of us has a false bottom filled with undead beneath it. And these are designed to teleport you directly there. So, if anything, you're lucky you didn't venture off the beaten track when you came to get me.
Petrina, what triggers these? Does a person need to walk on them?
Just any part of them moving over them triggers it.
Oh my.
They're imperceptible by magic as well.
And will they transport objects or just living creatures?
Anything that stands on this will be teleported into this pit.
Oh my. Okay, well, I'm going to mold some earth on top of those.
Oh, she says there's no point. They're from the ground to ceiling. It's a like.
But it's just as a marker. So like, if you see the lump of dirt, don't walk on that.
Okay.
That's the idea.
Yeah. That's cool.
As like, I just don't want to accidentally. I'm so absent-minded. I'm just gonna walk on them immediately, you know. But if I put the dirt there, maybe
They're
not.
gone, aren't they? Are they gone?
Only the top.
No,
Only
she
the
only
northern
one.
one.
Of them.
Yeah.
I should have did one.
Well, she can do the rest.
Just
if you
making a
like.
point to Brian.
And I appreciate it too. So let's just go north. It's actually really helpful having you here. Do you know a lot about the whole castle or just this area?
Well, I know one thing, Brian, is that teleporting away from the brazier room is... how can I put this? That is the only way back up to the next floor. So, we're heading back from where we left, Brian.
Okay, but now we know where he's going to escape to, if he is mortally wounded. This is the important thing, because I want to finish this guy
I could have
off.
told you this, Brian. I'm just saying.
You could have told us it. So,
This is the most awkward final encounter ever.
we've been spending the past week or so together. I thought you would have told me anything about this castle if you knew. You knew that we were going to teleport into the castle.
Oh my god.
She's like, you didn't ask, Brian.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to ask.
I'm not a mind reader,
I'm
Brian.
not going to spoon feed you everything that I think you might want to
Oh
know,
my
Brian.
God's sake.
It's fair enough. Okay.
She's such
That's
a
fine.
bitch.
Don't need to spoon feed us. We're
Bro,
only
dump
going
her.
into
But
Strahd's
like,
castle.
you know, life-threatening scenario we're heading into. You're with us. If we're fucked, you're kind of fucked too. Maybe you can help us out.
True.
Oh god, we know people like
So true. Very
Which way should we
realistic
go?
portrayal.
this. This is
Bravo.
the worst it's ever been for Barovia for me because it's hyper real.
As you walk further out into the crypt, that familiar damp smell of like bat shit and mold just fills your senses. You look up and the bats are no longer clinging to the roof far above you. As you are aware, they are out on the battlefield at this point, and there were thousands in here, and they all seem to have been commanded to be out on the field. This time, there's a smell of something different in the air, just this faint smell of sulfur and smoke. And off to your right, you can see just this faint orange light flickering behind one of the far crypts.
The fart crypts.
That's the sulfur. That's the sulfur smell.
Don't like that crypt.
Uh-oh.
Anyone got a match?
Just for you guys, you all are aware that the last time that you had to go from here back to the brazier room, there was a corridor, sort of the northwest part of this crypt, that tracked across.
You think, Katrina? You think you could get us, in an efficient manner, like so that we're not walking into enemies or traps or anything like that? We want to go straight to the bones, the bone room, the ossuary.
Good
Bone zone.
question.
Bones are-
You wanna-
Oh, she's already.
She's
has she already
finally-
been there? She won't say.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
We want to go straight to the bone zone.
You wouldn't know it to think it, but Brian wants to get to the bone zone.
Yeah.
ASAP.
Trina, have you been to the bone zone? Strahd's bone zone? It's important for me to know this.
Wouldn't tell us last time, would she?
No.
She says, I might be able to, if you're willing for me to waste one of my highly...
Fucking god.
No. Just tell us the route.
Just kill it. Fireball it, Brian.
Oh,
I can see why it didn't work out with her and Strahd.
I'd put her in a crypt too.
The direct route is through the means that we went last time. We need to get back into the brazier room and then up the stairs to his Hall of Bones.
What's the other way? Because we sort of got a bad feeling last time about it.
The other way, there's literally no other way. That's the
I mean,
only way.
what's in the other direction?
There's no other direction. We're either down here in the crypt, or we're going back through that one corridor, or teleporting. Well, let's just teleport back to Vallaki. Maybe that's another thing you'd like to do, guys.
Is there something lurking in this crypt room? I think I smelled something a bit weird, and there's some flickering over there.
Yeah, there's despite while this conversation is happening, what you're seeing is the flickering of the light sort of moving away from you, sort of hitting. It's dimming. It's dimming around
What's that?
off to the east.
Didn't we get a bad feeling in this room last time and remember our level 10 selves fighting down here, and we lost? Is that not this room?
That's you do have a good memory for one of the things that was a bit further up, but you are remembering that the vision that you were given back in Phandalin from a fortune teller.
Yeah, so I want to relay that to Katrina to say, look, we had this weird collective vision that if we went that way, and I kind of gesture in the direction, we ran into some, I think they were vampire spawn maybe, now that we've encountered them a few times.
As you're talking, there's just the sound of hooves on stone
It's Bocephalus. It's got to be.
Clip clop.
That's him. I'd know him anywhere.
He's prancing toward us. No!
He's like a dressage horse walking sideways.
He's practicing dressage.
Oh, I love
Katrina,
when they
is
walk
there-
sideways.
Are there more teleport traps in this room?
No,
Is that it?
this is it.
Right. I think if we all stick together, guys, we're going to get fireballed or something. So, do we attack and surprise it? In its position away with the flames.
Let's fan out.
We'll attack it.
Or do we just run away, run away again?
I think we're going to have to come back this way anyway. So we need to clear. And also, this, if we can get rid of Bocephalus, it will mean that Strahd's not teleporting around all the time.
That's true.
He could be on the fucking thing.
Well,
Well, good.
Good.
Yeah, good. Molly looks at Irina. I hope so.
yeah.
Everybody, are you ready to attack this thing?
Yes.
Your water
Totally.
spells?
I don't know if it's like Pokemon or not.
Yeah.
Guess we'll
thinking it's
find
Squirtle.
out.
Yeah,
Squirtle?
it's a ponytail.
Great.
Yeah. One of them.
While you guys are all just standing on the spot, waiting to decide what's happening next, the flickering of the flames seems to start reaching out in front of you now, and you're getting the fear that you're going to be pinned between whatever is rounding these corners and that tomb behind you.
Well, we're all ready, right? Two of these skeletons are going to jump out at it and grapple it. Can you grapple a horse?
I don't think you can grapple
Oh, it has to
something
be
that
only
much.
one size larger.
Yeah, it's.
What's it?
Could be.
It'd only be one
Grapple
size
it.
larger, right?
If they both grapple it at once, is that a similar effect to grappling something their own size, or is that not a rule?
That's
They're
not
both
really.
in the same
Bloody
trench coat.
grappling.
The grappling rules are pretty bad, to be honest.
We don't like to grapple in this house.
The moment that your skeletons turn the corner, they see a charging Bocephalus storming
Charging?
towards them. Yeah.
Okay, well they are going to. So it gets to attack first. Is that what you mean?
That's what we'll do is yeah, I think because it was it was but effectively like starting to charge down towards the west as the skeletons come out, and
My skeletons were charging it.
they just turned a corner. They can't. There's not a lot of speed versus the
okay,
run up
speed,
that
yeah.
this thing has had.
Shit.
It is.
So it knew we were here.
Yeah,
or-
yeah, absolutely. It,
Likes running.
it absolutely knew. It is going to start this round with a roll of what's that? 19 against one of your
hit?
skeletons to hit. Yeah,
That's a hit. Yeah.
doing 18 bludgeoning damage and 9 fire damage.
Oh.
Total of 27.
It's dead.
At the speed that Bocephalus is going, and he rears up and throws his hooves out, the skeleton just shatters and gets launched across in front of you.
Yes.
From your view, you just see the skeletons running out, and then one of them just like the shattering of bones and the spraying of bones back in front of you.
Back across the opening in the corridor.
Yeah. And so
Oh yeah,
now,
Chris.
now I will get another initiative roll from everybody, please.
Week 15. I hate Bocephalus. My least favourite horse.
Oh, who's your favourite horse?
Probably Mr. Ed.
Oh yeah.
Another cultural phenomenon.
I rolled a net 20
Everybody
for
knows.
24 total.
I rolled a 6 plus 3 for 9.
Oh yeah, we got to get
Got a net 20.
Damn,
Two.
everyone's eager. Except for me.
Irina and where's Petrina? There we go. Cool.
Bucephalus is serious business, though, right?
Yeah,
We're serious.
Oh, is Bo why Bo serious?
Bill, over to you at the start of the round.
One face.
I'm gonna rush up here so I can see him.
And seeing him
just
now
gonna
like
crawl.
fill this corridor, you've seen him sort of at a distance for the most part, but now you're seeing the flames licking up around his forefront, his face and his mane and his tail all on fire as he's just staring down the skeleton that's in front of him.
I'm just gonna call out. Only fools and horses, eh? Where's your fool?
Yes.
Cast vicious mockery on this horse.
Okay, on a horse.
Yeah.
Okay. What do we need to roll for that?
Yeah, it needs to hear me, but it doesn't even need to understand me.
Okay, cool.
With vicious mockery. A lot of my spells, they need to understand me, but not vicious mockery. For some
I
reason.
get the vibe.
Yeah, it's just, you know, it's in the tone. It's in the tone you
Yeah,
use.
it knows I'm talking shit. DC 18 Wisdom save.
It has rolled a 5.
Okay, it takes 8 psychic damage.
Okay.
And its next attack is with disadvantage.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And I end my turn.
Okay. Baron, over to you. This is Strahd's very mount. This is the one that has been able to bring him to different parts of Barovia in an instant. This is the steed that the dead body of Ismark was delivered to you on.
That wasn't the horse's fault, to be fair.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
It's true, I don't. Could have been trampled.
Well, this skeleton is going to try and grapple it.
So it can do one size up, is that right?
Yes, I think so.
God, the book really does suck for any of this kind of stuff.
Horses are large, I think, and we're medium, so...
It must be no more than one size larger. Yeah, okay, cool. You can go for a grapple.
So... D20? No. One.
No, he's rolled a total of 21 to your 1, so he is not in a grappled state. It's like the skeleton goes to reach up and he just rears up on its back, on its hind legs and pulls away from the grapple.
Yeah, I expected that. But I've got another skeleton, and it's going to try as well. So, 14.
22.
Bucephalus has got some good skills.
I am going to do Asher's Mind Whip.
Ooh.
Bucephalus.
What do we need to do for this?
Can I cast it on this thing? It just means...
Oh, you've rolled it twice?
Sorry, I was trying to do the words.
Right.
So it has to make an intelligence save of 17.
Okay. It has not rolled high enough.
So I lash out with Psychic Whip.
Okay.
Failed its saving throw, so it takes 3d6 damage.
Cool. Give us a roll.
6 and 1. 13. Psychic damage. And it can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn.
Okay.
Moreover, on its next turn, it must choose whether it gets to move, or an action, or a bonus action.
Okay.
It only gets one.
Okay, cool.
Then I'll just get these two other skeletons to shoot it.
Where are they? Oh yeah. The one at the back will have to get out. Oh no, it should be okay. That's right. It can poke around the corner.
Okay. Two bows and arrows, so a 15 plus 6 and an 11 plus 6.
Cool. Both are
21 and
hits.
17. This is 4 plus 6 for 10 and a 2 plus 6 for 8.
Okay, cool. Both of these arrows just thud into the sort of the neck and shoulder areas of Bocephalus, and it lets out this demonic whinny.
Like Winnie. Okay. It's me.
Okay. It is. Oh yeah, Joe.
I don't think I've been added to the turn order somehow.
Did you not click your token?
I thought I did.
What did you
I
roll?
rolled a 9.
Okay, we'll make sure you get put in there. All right, it is Bocephalus's turn. He can't take a reaction. He can either move or do an action. Not both. And he's also rolling at disadvantage. Is that right? If he does some sort of attack, he instead of lashing out with his hooves, fire wraps up and around his muzzle, and he sort of leans forward and exhales just this cloud of ash that pushes out over the skeletons, and Bill does manage to get caught up in it as well. I'm going to need you each to take a dexterity saving throw.
Is that 3 skeletons there?
That'll be 4 skeletons and Bill.
I rolled a 17 plus 7.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Nice. That is definitely a pass.
So they'll get a plus 2, but totals are 5, 12, 10, and 17.
Okay. What is the one that rolled a 5? Which one was that in your head?
The top one.
Okay, the top one is now blinded. The rest, it's a magical blindness, so it sort of covers anything, but it's blinded for 10 rounds. At the end of each of its turns, it can try that dexterity saving throw again.
Uh-oh.
Jeez.
Blind Charlene.
But because of
Don't label her like that.
Actually, the one below that is Willy. It could be One-Eyed Willy.
I'm just trying to think. So what was the? Alright, so it can take its normal actions again next time. And how long did the vicious mockery last, Bill?
Just the next attack.
Alright, okay, so it doesn't have that on its next one. Okay, cool. That is Bocephalus' turn. We're over to Morley.
Oh boy. I think I want to move forward just enough to catch sight of Bocephalus. And Strahd's not on Bocephalus, is he?
No, this is
Definitely
just
would have said.
Bocephalus. Yeah. That would have been quite the oversight.
Oh, by the way. This is... I've got a bag of 1,000 ball bearings.
Sounds comical.
I'm just wondering if I were to drop that bundle of ball bearings in front of Bocephalus as he's charging along, if he'd be vulnerable to that. I think we've seen Bocephalus fly. I think Bocephalus would just fly over it if he saw it.
You have seen Bocephalus fly.
Yeah. But he's currently running on the ground, and like even if I could fly, if some can't put like a load of ball bearings on the ground, I'd be hitting the skids. But then he's not okay. You know, I'm not going to use the ball bearings. It sounds shit.
Good chat.
I'm just I'm just gonna use one of my silvered crossbow bolts to try and shoot him.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to shoot him from where. I can't even see where you are at the moment. Whereabouts are you? You'd need
I just
to.
moved to where Baron was.
Oh, okay. Just trying to think from line of sight.
I'll put some curve on it.
Yeah, sure. Give us a roll to hit.
I hit it with the outside of the boot. One for the sports fans. Oh fuck! It's an 11 total.
That is a miss.
Is it? You absolutely joking? Fucking game.
Anything else from Morley?
Yes, actually, I'm going to dash across this area here and hide behind this wall to try and get some cover.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. American, over to you.
I have one question. So we're in a crypt with all of these tall, sort of pillar-looking things, right? And each of them is a crypt.
Correct.
Do they extend all the way up into the ceiling?
They do. They're floor to ceiling.
Oh, and how high is the ceiling?
Let me give you that information. 20-foot high ceiling, so it's 20 foot up.
Okay. So, I am pretty far back from the action at the moment. So I'm going to run forward to, I can't read that, is it 20 feet? 20 feet, up to the corner of the first crypt. And I'm going to take a moment to take a little pouch of black tar out and spread it on my arms, enchanting myself with the powers of a spider as I begin to walk assuredly up one of the pillars, using my remaining movement to walk 10 feet up the pillar.
Okay.
That is my turn.
Okay. It is Patrina's turn, who just casually walks up behind Brian and says, "I'm expecting big things from you here, Brian." And that is her turn.
Whoa.
I hate her.
She's taken this, like, conserve your spell slots thing to a little bit of a passive-aggressive level, hasn't she?
She doesn't know what spell slots are, American.
Isn't she?
Oh, okay.
She's a wizard.
Okay.
Yeah, but
I think she
feel like-
knows.
Figure it out. Fucking hell.
You know that using spells makes you tired.
You know
Sure.
how many you can do a day.
But she doesn't. She's wanting to see how powerful the Baron is.
Yep.
It
Fortunately,
is.
I have spells that I don't. Disappointed again.
Was that?
Be disappointed again.
Might I recommend Chill Touch?
I feel a chill touch.
Coming on.
What are we wanting from Irina here? Bocephalus?
Yeah, I get it.
I'm glad someone did.
Sorry, it's going to take me a moment to remember to keep alert for Irina's stuff.
Well, the majority of her stuff is very... Well, I think Bill was the one that suggested a lot of the moves for Irina here. So you got things like Cure Wounds, Heroism, Compelled Duel, which I think may have just been part of her build. Or was that... I'm not sure if that was a build suggestion.
No, it's part
or
of
she
the
can...
oath you took.
Yeah. Or she can just attack, or it's up to you guys, really. I think... Yeah. I want to take cues from you guys on this one.
Well, it doesn't sound like any of her spells are going to be very helpful, so maybe we should just use her to attack. But maybe she could use other turns to help people as well if there's something we really want to get done.
Okay. Because, with her 30 foot of movement, she can get up towards near where Baron and Bill are. And that's kind of...
What is Adam? Adam was controlling her. What does Adam want her to do?
Well, that sounds pretty good to me.
We should also
think-
probably try and keep her back, eh? She can't take as much damage as us.
Yeah, I was just looking at some of her like warding bond and stuff, and it looked good up until if the like person she has a bond with takes damage, she takes the same damage. So probably not that. I think just get her into a position where she can start to think about attacking with weapons, or she could make something a magical weapon.
Okay.
her own.
Also, how much HP does she have, by the way?
44.
Okay, could be worse.
Maybe what's her? She's got an arrow.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's...
she got 44 plus 16 of temporary HP from the feast.
Good point. Let's have a... Yes, so she's got 16 on top of that 44. It's a total of 60 hit points then.
Oh, why doesn't she give her longsword like magical weapon, and then she can maybe slash it across Bucephalus when Bucephalus is in range?
Cool.
Though that is getting her up pretty close.
Yep.
I think if Bucephalus charges, she could almost do it on the way past, right?
Yeah, I think if she stays on that corridor, doesn't allow him to sort of turn the corner. So she won't get into his path, but she'll be ready to strike out as he goes past.
Okay.
She can just run in a zigzag.
Plus, magic weapon is a bonus action as well, so she could ready the blade for
Oh, good.
any sight of
Yeah.
Bucephalus. It would require one of Baron's skeletons to move back to give her room.
They can do that. If
Yep. Okay, cool.
they get a chance.
Irina charges forward to meet Bill's side and has quickly casts magical weapon on her long sword at her side. So that'll give us a +1 bonus to attack rolls and damage. And Bill, you look down and see her sword glowing and a very, very a look of concentration and focus on Irina's face. You've never seen her looking this strong, powerful, and adamant to do damage.
My jaw drops and I just whisper, Excalibur.
And I think that's where we'll end tonight. At the top of the turn order for next week.
Good place to end it.
Yeah. Man, you guys are fighting Strahd's very, very, like, I assume it's his best. Look, I'm saying it's probably his best.
What a loser. What a loser. His best friend's a horse. Fuck this guy.
Like his best friend, and Rahadine's like, I'm right here.
I'm right here.
I'm right here.
Oh! You know what I just realized? After
The anti-horse spell.
If we... Yeah. Anti-horse. If we... Okay, maybe I'll leave it in only plans.
Ooh.
Bill wants a horse of his
Have you
own.
got a sugar cube, have you?
Some carrots on a stick. Lead him into the teleportation circle.
Well, you can lead a horse to a teleportation circle, but you can't make him teleport. As the other saying goes.
Make it blink.
That would have been great if he just charged you through one of the teleportation circles and just disappeared. It's gone.
Yeah.
I guess
Oh, that's good.
this thing must know where the traps are. Otherwise, it'd just be wandering around, falling in traps all the time.
The only reason it was here is because it got into a teleport trap somewhere else.
It should be out. It should be out in the barn. What is it even doing here?
Dancing around the castle by accident. bubbling
He's
around.
probably hiding from his best friend. I want to pet my best friend.
I was like, that guy is such a bummer.
What he's talking about is unrequited loves.
We fought 3 wives.
3 wives.
3 of his brides, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like hocus
How
pocus.
many wives has he got?
Well, not 3 anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah.
3 less than he had an hour
Three
ago.
less.
Dropping.
Three less.
I don't get this guy. What's with all the wives? I thought Irina was the only one for him, but he's like hoarding wives just in case.
I
Like,
thought you
they're
were
the
going to say,
backup wives.
I thought you were going to say, but he's horny, which is also.
Well,
3 wives, but he's horny.
he He's
What's
horny.
going on?
Try to look at it from my side. I was horny.
That's true. Maybe he's like, Irina's my true love, but I mean,
But I don't have her right
Dude's
now.
got a smash. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. He's like, I didn't say love came into the equation for these wives. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Why were they buried? That
In
was
the
weird.
dirt.
Well,
Doesn't even get them like a bed.
they came to life because of someone being in that tomb. Really, that probably shouldn't have
Oh
been
right. So when he comes home, his 3 wives like just erupt from the ground.
there. He's just
and
like,
they're
no, back down, get back in there.
He's like, oh, I don't like how dirty these wives are. I need a new wife, a clean one.
Not tonight. I have a headache.
So he's like some sort of, his religion is like, I want to say polyamorous, but that's not the right word. Polygamous.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Not religion,
Yeah.
no, is it?
Yeah,
He's got
It
multiple
sounds like
wives.
it.
but I think if he married Irina and Irina was like, I need you to get rid of the other brides, I think he'd be okay with that. I think he'd
Oh, that's nice.
he'd make those adjustments.
Yeah. And if he tried
I mean,
to
we
make
all sacrifice things for the ones we love, right?
yeah.
yeah, she's
They
like,
don't mean
I'm not
anything.
sleeping. I'm not sleeping in the dirt, and he's like, fine, I'll get you a coffin of your own, honey.
But I'm not getting rid of the horse. He's my best friend.
Don't touch the horse.
He stinks.
She's like,
He always
"What?"
smells like. He always smells of brimstone.
And don't
Fucking horse.
come if his crypt is closed and I am in there. You just leave us be. It's best friends doing best friends things.
Oh, whoa.
Best friends
What?
things.
Cannon. It was the only one in Strahd's actual voice as well. So
Best friend.
he's a horse
She's
fucker.
like, Strahd,
And
Your
with
fucking
benefits.
face, you horse fucker.
Strahd, he smells of farts. Honey, no, that's brimstone. It's sulfur. It's not farts. It's different.
Except anytime
Smells
Strahd
yours,
does
you
fart, he's like, is Bocephalus around? Bocephalus, it must have been him.
You'd have the best excuse always, right? Bowie! Oh, Bowie!
Oh,
That's Bocephalus again. He's wandering around.
Oh yeah, I just saw him teleport in and doing a fart, and then he.
And
then
then he was
he-
right back out. He's in, he dropped his guts, he
quick.
left.
That crazy horse, eh?
You know how he can teleport.
I think he just teleported his stench into the room this time.
He's getting better.
Something that I was trying to practice with him. It's good.
Oh, it's a nightmare. Oh no.
He is a nightmare,
You've been
actually. That's
working on
literally what
ranged
Bocephalus
text.
is.
oh, nightmare.
Bocephalus is a nightmare.
Oh, he's a girl.
Oh my god.
He's a
maybe
man.
then- maybe if we can. We need to stay woke. That's the key to getting rid of Bocephalus. We're going to stay woke.
What?
What's
Because he's a nightmare. So if he's a nightmare and we're woke, then
I see.
he doesn't exist.
Oh, I
Right,
see.
right.
Like
Metaphor.
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you
Drop
what.
dead Fred.
You guys are welcome to just, like, for the next round, just, like, close your character's eyes and just see what happens. I think we can do that. Just
It doesn't really work against
That's
Freddy
the opposite
Krueger.
of what we were hoping.
Just go to sleep.
Okay, all right. I think that was awesome. Good combat. Having all of those skeletons just trying like running out to grapple is fantastic. What? By the
Taking
way,
a lot of damage.
if we are going to be having skeletons holding skeletons and skeletons holding mirrors, then we can't have every skeleton attacking, and we can't have.
They drop them put them up against the wall or something.
There might need
Not
to
holding
be.
the mirror.
There might need to be an action to drop things, and actions to pick up things. Yeah. Otherwise, you're just like getting free actions for every skeleton.
Bonus action, just drop the bones.
You can, an action
But
to
don't drop the
delicately put the
mirror.
mirror down, I guess.
Haven't you ever moved house? You just fucking do a piece of shit. You get like
Drop the
special
mirror.
powers on moving day to carry like 8 things at once.
I didn't get that power.
Yeah, I didn't get that power either. So
Either who I'm getting.
so at the moment, are your skeletons dragging around the one dropped skeleton and the 3 brides? Is that the...
Well, it's just whichever. Oh no, not the 3 brides got buried.
Oh, okay.
Unless you needed them,
so-
in which case I unburied them immediately and gave them to you.
Basically, when one dies, they'll pick them up. So we'll have 7 skeletons, sets of bones.
There will be a point where we'll have to say that one skeleton can carry one set of bones. So as soon as you,
course.
yeah,
Yes. And once I get a minute, one of them has died. If a couple of them die,
Yeah,
then
cool.
I'll use animate dead.
okay, okay.
All the skeleton maths. My goodness.
Skeleton maths.
Probably won't impress. What's her name?
Patrina.
Know her name now.
Trisha.
It's-
Penny.
To be
It was
honest,
so
what will impress
passive
her?
aggressive.
She's a nightmare. He's
She's the
both
real
villain.
nightmare.
Yeah.
I appreciate what you're doing with it as a character, and she's sticking to it.
Mm.
You'll
And-
impress her. You'll impress her
I understand why
eventually.
she's like that. She's got her own quirks.
Like being a bitch.
Yeah, she's got that down.
She honestly reminds
That's one of
me
her
a lot
quirks.
of my ex. A lot.
Oh my
What did
goodness.
you do? You most
Oh,
powerful stuff.
really? That's
Now.
not good. You're probably hating every minute of this then.
Yeah. Good
I
guess.
missed that, was it?
Saying that
Adam
it
says,
reminded him of his ex.
Okay.
Yeah.
There should be a character.
Well, on that
in every
note.
D&D.
Yeah, anyway, I think we can call it there. Thanks to everyone for stopping by, and thank you guys for playing. Awesome session. Here is a link to our Discord if you want to come and chat to us about what went down. Here is a link to our YouTube, and you can listen to our stuff anywhere that you get podcasts as well. And yes, the needle bar is almost complete, so there is a chance that we see Needle again in the not so distant future. We've only got like 3 sessions left, so if we want to see Needle again, we're gonna have to
we need to save him.
3 more.
so yeah, I think we've got 3 sessions left, and it's just a matter of how we deal with that last session, if it's going to be a longer one for our Christmas special, or if it's just going to be a usual Monday deal. So we'll have to chat.
12 stream.
We'll do a 12-hour stream, 24-hour stream. We'll do a 24-hour.
Before, yeah.
Yeah. No. Awesome. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for playing. You guys did awesome. You did really good. Like, you guys took like 1 hit, I think, from those brides. Like one
Good
of the
job,
skeletons took a hit. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty
Cool.
good.
All right. It's right over there. All right. Hands off keyboards, everyone. Oh,
We'll see you guys at the same time
close.
next
so
time.
close. Oh,
Sorry.
crouch down as well.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.